A new study says that the longer couples have been together, the more likely they are to cheat. And what does a 7-year itch have to do with it? Sexuality and relationship expert ورود here with more. Hello, Shelly. A stranger. I haven't seen you in so long.
It's been a lot of holidays. But
you've been cheating on me because we've been together now for 1.5 years.
So actually, now it's fascinating because I'm looking at the psychology behind cheating, because this is a research that was done among Israelis. It's not a research that I was asking for confessions. Did you cheat on your husband or did you cheat on your wife? But they were asking them if you were to cheat when, and pretty much they're trying to see in relationship to the time they've been together when they will cheat.
I see.
A lot of people admit that they will.
So the 7-year itch really is not a joke. Like, is that generally kind of the time people start questioning?
So I read about the 7 years itch. It also came from a research that I think was done in the 90s, kind of like many years ago. This was done more recently, and it seems like they found a connection between the amount of time couples are dating to the feeling of you wanting to cheat. For example, well, first of all, there were like over 300 Israeli adults. Everybody was married, I have to say, at least 1 year and more. They divided them to 3 groups of the 5 years together, 6 to 10 years together, and the 11 years together. Of course, well, it seems pretty obvious to me that the long-term marriages are the one who said we would like to cheat at this point of our life. But I'm here not to talk about when we want to cheat, but what does it signify for me? Most of us at a certain point of our life, in our marriage life, may have thought about it, may saw someone cute or may felt lonely. And this is what I'm saying. When we want to cheat, look inside of yourself and try to ask you why. Why do I want to cheat now? What does it signify? What does it tell me? Most people will say, some can say, at my clinic I work with a lot of people who, there were cases of infidelity, some of them confessed, some of them didn't. But I ask why it happened at this point in your marriage, and it's loneliness, it's feeling that we cannot talk to our partner. Sometimes it's related to sexuality, but most of the time it's when they feel that their best friend is not their best friend. They grew apart.
I see.
So I'm saying...
Right, because a friendship and a connection is so vital in a relationship, right? When you're in a long-term relationship, it's like that becomes almost more important, right, than sex. No, I actually heard, not that, but I actually heard the same ones. I think it was like Dr. Phil. It's like,
it's very
sex is important before you're married, but then when you're married and you're happy, it's not that it's not important, but it's not the defining factor.
And also, it's if you have that, the good friendship, your sex life will be good.
Correct.
Without this, it's hard to create intimacy and great, enriching sex life. So this is why it's very, very important.
Right.
So I'm always saying, try to see what you're missing and work in this relationship.
So rather than blaming the partner or blaming them, it's like really look at yourself.
Yes, and
which is so much talked about in psychology, like, correct?
Yes, and Esther Perel have been saying that a lot lately with her new book, Rethinking Infidelity. She's saying, it's called actually The State of Affair, Rethinking Infidelity. She's saying that look into, she's saying most people cheat because they're looking into a journey of discovery of themselves.
Correct. That maybe they didn't have before the marriage, or they got married young, or were in more progressive times. There's more fluidity in relationships and whatnot.
That's exactly it. And she's saying it's not always represent that something is wrong with your marriage life.
Right.
Because a lot of times we think, oh, what have I done wrong? Maybe I ruined my relationship. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe the husband or wife think it's their fault. It's not always about that. But I'm saying a minute before you go out and cheat, and I know most people are not going to looking to cheat, but a minute before it happens, if you feel something, try to work on your relationship. Try to make it happen. Try to bring back what you're missing.
Right. Shelly, thank you.